Hey, hello. Think about this. Imagine two people. The first one saves money regularly every month, drives a modest car, and is barely visible on social media. The second one wears luxury brand clothing, hangs out at expensive restaurants, and constantly talks about big deals. Which one do you think is wealthier? Most likely you chose the second one. And right there, you're falling into a misconception. Because wealth is not what it appears to be. Real wealth is most often silent, invisible, and measured. Fake wealth is the exact opposite. It's loud, performative, and consumptive. Today I'm going to tell you about the 5 key signs of fake wealth. Once you learn these signs, the way you perceive the people around you will completely change. You might even notice some of these things in yourself. First sign: the entry-level luxury trap. Think about this. Buying the cheapest version of the most expensive brand. The base model BMW, just the logo belt from Gucci, the smallest Louis Vuitton bag. What do all these products have in common? The purpose is the same in all of them. Not to actually use the brand, but simply to carry its logo. Go to any parking lot in a major city and you'll see this. Entry-level Mercedes with manual seats, no navigation, and 0 accessories. The smallest engine Audis with no extra features whatsoever. These cars don't exist by accident. Manufacturers know exactly what they're doing. Because millions of people want to buy the emblem on the hood, not the performance of the vehicle. Now here's a truly thought-provoking point. A fully loaded Honda Accord and an entry-level Mercedes come in at nearly the same price. The Honda has better features, a more comfortable interior, and far lower maintenance costs. Yet someone chasing status won't even turn their head to look at a Honda. Because Honda's hood doesn't have that 3-pointed star. And here's the most crucial part. It doesn't end with the purchase price. Maintenance fees on luxury brand vehicles multiply. Mandatory premium fuel, high insurance premiums, expensive spare parts, required specialized service. The true cost of ownership of a base model Mercedes, compared to a fully loaded Toyota, comes out to tens of thousands of dollars more over a decade. And that difference never goes toward any investment. Here's the most painful statistic. People trying to look rich spend 20 to 30% of their income on this pursuit. Those who are genuinely wealthy, on the other hand, allocate only 2 to 5% of their income to the same categories. That gap turns into hundreds of thousands of dollars over a decade. Second sign: unstoppable money talk. Every conversation somehow finds its way to money. To incomes, investments, the big deals they're working on. And every time, there's always an angle that makes them look successful. You're talking with a friend about pizza toppings, and someone cuts in, "Ah yes, before I started making real money, I used to eat things like that too." You're talking about a vacation, and they instantly pivot to their own travel reward strategy. You're sharing a friend's success, and within 2 sentences it has turned into their own achievements. Why does this happen? Because people who are truly confident about their financial situation don't feel the need to keep repeating it. These conversations aren't being held for others, they're being held for themselves. They're trying to fill an inner void with external validation. And notice, they generally speak not in the present tense but in the future tense. A big deal of mine is closing next month. Once that investment pays off, everything will change. After this project is done, I'll finally relax. Why always the future tense? Because their current reality doesn't match the image they're aiming for. There's an important rule. Until money enters your account, it isn't real. Deals collapse, investments backfire, opportunities evaporate. But fake wealthy people talk as if the numbers have already arrived in their account when they haven't yet. Third sign: expensive items bought on a bank account budget. Imagine this. Someone is carrying a $5,000 bag but has only $2,000 in their savings account. Or they have a luxury watch on their wrist but their credit card is maxed out. This purchase is not a celebration of an achievement. It's a costume for an achievement that hasn't arrived yet. There's an old and simple rule: If you can't afford something twice, you actually can't afford it once. Ask yourself, is this purchase taking 2 or 3 months of your income? If so, this is not wealth, it's living far beyond your means. That luxury bag impresses a stranger for maybe 3 seconds. An empty savings account, on the other hand, creates stress for years. But the truly tragic part is this: some people are paying interest on these items, paying monthly installments on a watch. The bag is charged to a credit card. The item loses value while the debt grows. By the time the credit is paid off, far more money has been paid than the original price of a product that has already dropped well below its initial value. When truly wealthy people buy something luxurious, that purchase represents a small slice of their net worth, not a large chunk of their monthly budget. Fourth sign: the compulsion to one-up everyone in everything. Whatever you do, they've done it better. Whatever you bought, theirs was more expensive. Whatever you achieved, theirs was more impressive. You got a promotion, they got a bigger one. You went on a nice vacation, they rented a villa in the south of France for 2 weeks. You're in business class, they prefer private jets now. When a friend buys their first home and shares their excitement, everyone is ready to congratulate them, but this person steps in, "Nice, I guess, but that neighborhood won't appreciate in value. You should have waited for something bigger." The joy instantly leaves the room, and the person who actually accomplished something ends up feeling small. This isn't a conversation, it's a competition. Every interaction turns into a race they must win. The psychology is actually quite transparent. The need to assert superiority doesn't come from confidence, it comes from the exact opposite, a deep sense of insecurity. A truly successful person can genuinely celebrate your success, because their self-worth isn't tied to finishing first in every race. Fake wealthy people, however, feel threatened by every success that belongs to someone else. Your good news somehow makes them feel diminished, so as a reflex they downplay yours while inflating their own. Fifth sign: social media performance. Carefully curated luxury experiences, photos of expensive purchases, content with the message, "living my best life." All of it is designed to project wealth, whether that wealth is real or not. Someone who is truly secure in the reality of their finances doesn't feel the need to document every moment for strangers on the internet. But for the fake wealthy, wealth only exists when likes and comments validate it. An experience that isn't posted doesn't count as complete. Social media has a disturbing truth: showing off attracts far more engagement than discipline. "Come spend 5,000 liras with me at the mall" video gets millions of views. An "I added 5,000 liras to my emergency fund" video interests no one. This creates a perverse cycle. People learn that projecting a wealth that isn't real attracts attention, and they start performing prosperity without building anything. Nobody posts while washing dishes. Nobody puts up a story while preparing a budget spreadsheet. Nobody shows that they're spending Saturday at home to save money. But real wealth is built in exactly those boring moments. Truly wealthy people, meanwhile, are mostly nowhere to be found on social media. They have no need for validation, and on top of that, they don't want strangers knowing their financial affairs. Do you see any of these 5 signs in yourself? Because fake wealth is not a character flaw. It's largely a trap created by social pressure, advertising, and social media. And it's very easy to fall into. Real wealth whispers. Fake wealth shouts. When you know the difference, you begin to see both the people around you and your own habits far more clearly. And that clarity is the first step to building real wealth. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts with us. And if you're not subscribed yet, you can subscribe for free. Take care of yourself, monkey friend. See you next time. Goodbye.